I show you what it's like every single day. Putting in the work, ain't no other way. Everything you see in your dreams can come true. You gotta understand that it all starts with you. Starts with you, go.
Hi, I'm Kristen Hayman, and you're watching the Strong, Empowered, and Classy Project on JaneThangProductions.com. And today we have Storie Devereaux. I'm so excited.
I'm very excited too. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming and coming to
it.
talk to me.
Absolutely.
We're here in a great space. What is it, SAE Institute?
Absolutely. I got all kinds of knickknacks. Oh, look at there. Oh,
Groovy
yes.
little pieces. Oh,
Look at that.
Ooh.
So sexual.
So you are a songwriter,
Yes.
singer, poet.
Yes, all those things.
Ooh, performer, all-around performer.
All those things, yep.
Storyteller.
Absolutely. Yes, indeed.
Can you, okay, so I've already explained a little bit of who you are, so can you tell my audience who you are? Who do you say you are?
Well, who I say I am is actually just a storyteller. I'm multifaceted in areas of singing, songwriting, poetry. I got my first start in poetry, so that was the first time that I've ever experienced any type of wordplay, or I started as a writer. It just started there, and once I got to the point of understanding writing, the song part just came right on in. It was really exciting. So that's just who I am. I'm all around. I just love singing. I love writing. I love poetry. I love entertainment. I love art. Art is really the dominant key in all of this.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
See, I was like early on a writer
Mm-hmm.
and a poet.
Yeah.
If you go in my site, anytime I had an emotional life situation, I got to write.
That's
if
poet.
I'm really happy, I can't get it out as well.
You know what? That's true.
It's
That's
something
very
I've
true.
learned.
Very true.
So you agree?
I totally agree. I think some of the best writing comes from when you suffer more. I really believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that a lot.
I understand. So how did you get your name, Storie Devereaux?
Storie Devereaux. So when I was a young girl, my mom, hi mom, my mother she raised 3 girls. She was a single mom. And my she's actually a writer. So what she used to do is she used to actually write these stories, and she would send them into the National Enquirer. And then she would win these competitions. And these competitions would get us all kinds of Christmas gifts, things that we needed around the house. And my mom is my inspiration. That's my girl. I love my mother. I love my mom. She's a great lady. So I took the name for her because she would actually always she was a storyteller. She would write stories. She would send them in. She would write poetry. And that's where I actually got this gift. And my father, my father's side of the family is from New Orleans. So the piece of information that I did get from my father, whom I don't know much, but he did tell me that I had a great-grandmother who lived in Louisiana. Her name was Lucille Devereaux, and she was 104 when she passed away. Wow. So I took that name for longevity, strength, courage, purpose, and also to connect my mother and my father, which created me, and that's how I got the name.
Ooh, such a powerful story. Wow.
Yay.
And 104.
104.
That is
She
a
was
blessing.
Yes, it is. I wasn't blessed enough to meet her. I wish I had. But a lot of people, actually, my dad told me that I look like her. So that's really interesting.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's kind of like an incarnate or something.
Oh, wow. Did you find any pictures of her? Anything? Oh,
Nothing.
wow.
Nothing
Just
at
the
all.
Stories.
Just
See?
the stories and who she was and how she was. They said she was a really kind woman.
She's
Very
in
kind.
you.
Yeah.
She is here.
Yeah, she's here.
It's a beautiful story.
Indeed. Thank
All
you.
right, situation. So, what are you most passionate about?
Oh, God. It's not one thing. I'm passionate about humanity. It's all about love to me. It's always about love. It's always about love. I'm most passionate about that. I love young people. I think it's very important that I am a representation for young people, because I think that the African Americans, we run out of leaders, and that's just it. Every time you turn around, someone passes away. We lose a leader, whether it's in the arts and the entertainment, whether it's in any area. So it's important for me to be ready with a purpose, because I think that tomorrow's future is dependent on us, and I think that it is profoundly important that I am a representation of that. And when I mean a representation of that, meaning something that's good, that's nurturing, kind of like your big mama in the South.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yes.
So that type of thing. So, and again, it's what we need. So my compassion and passion lies solely in the art. It's solely in the art. And I feel like art will save a lot of things. I think it will soothe the savage beast. I really believe that. I think that it has a lot. I think a lot of what's wrong with our kids is a lack of expression. And expression is something we all had, even in grade school. You had all kinds of classes. You had painting, you had arts and crafts, you had after school programs, and a lot of those programs are no longer with us, so therefore you don't have an outlet. There's no exit. So it's very important for me to really, again, just be a representation of the art or the music that I create. I don't want to be a hypocrite. It's not about taking your clothes off. It's not about any of that. It's really just about putting a message out there that can really connect with people. Because again, everybody's story is not the same, but we all have some commonality that says, okay, this connects us.
Right.
And that's very important to me.
You said
Yeah.
be ready.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yep. Be
just
ready.
be ready and
Oh,
become a leader.
Oprah Winfrey, that's my cousin.
Okay.
Oprah Winfrey said, success is being prepared for the opportunity. And I
Oh.
believe that.
Hey now.
Y'all heard that.
That's a gem. Be prepared for the opportunity.
Success is being ready for the opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah, prepared. Success is being prepared for the opportunity.
So you say you're passionate about the youth as well. So when you have your shows, are you performing for young people or
particularly for my shows, it's a little grown.
Grown.
So the storyline may not connect with them in that avenue. But when I say young people, I've done a lot of charitable work. Candy for Kiara. I've worked with the AKAs. I've worked with the Masons
Are you
and
an
Eastern
AKA?
Stars. No,
No?
I
Okay.
am not. A lot of people always ask me that, though. No, I am not. And you would think that I'm a Delta with the red,
Hey.
but no, I don't represent the Greeks, but I love the Greeks.
Yeah.
But a lot of the things that I've done, as far as connected to the youth, it's been a lot of charitable functions, a lot of organizations where I've just raised money. Whether it's for textbooks, I think Candy for Kiara, I mentioned that earlier, was something where a young girl she was caught in the system. Mother was trying to get her back, and they didn't have a lot of the money that they needed for the legal fees, and the child was being abused. So it was really interesting.
Wow.
It was really interesting. It can be heartbreaking too, because you know a lot of these young people, especially when you create relationships with them, and they become connected to you. So they gravitate towards that, and they latch on, because really all kids just need is a little bit of discipline and love. And my nieces, and they call me the warden, so that's about accurate. That's about right. That's
warden.
about right.
So you know how to balance it.
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
Well, that would give me, I'll ask you for the advice, because even I try to go and give different presentations to different high school students, and I remember having, I don't know how the topic got so deep, but we were so connected that we were talking. One young child, she was a high school student, so she was confessing that a friend of hers had committed suicide, and she was hurt about that.
Yeah.
And then I could tell her a story I had with someone that committed suicide. We really connected there, and I'm just like, I loved being able to pull her out of there, because at the end of the whole presentation, we were able to laugh and be happy, and there was everyone became close in the room.
Right.
And they even said, that discussion, I don't know what it was, but everyone is different now after
Right.
you came in.
Absolutely.
I want to leave that presence, but how do I shake it off when
Right
I
on.
leave?
Right on.
'Cause
Right
it's
on.
a little heavy.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? For me, prayer, because I believe in energy.
Yeah.
I believe energy transfers. It does. Listening is key for young people, because a lot of times you're living in a society where no one's listening to them. No one's listening. They're telling them what to do instead of listening to what they may need.
Right.
Because they'll tell you what they need, even in so many words. But when that thing weighs on you, it's hard to take that home with you, because I just quick story is a young boy who lived down the street. He was a sweet guy, and of course the neighborhood called him one of the undesirables. He had a white, tank top on, and then he had on jeans. But every time I would walk down the street, he was always very mannerable. I would be with my friend, we would walk down, and he would take our groceries, and he was just a sweet kid. And so one particular day, I went looking for him, and I saw this mural that was right on 71st Street. And so I'd walked over to find out who who was killed, because typically when you see teddy bears and candles, you know something happened.
Right.
And come to find out, it was the boy.
Wow.
And I was so heartbroken. Like, I literally broke down and cried. Now, I
Yeah.
didn't know this kid's life, but I heard that he was gunned down in the store on the corner. So when I found that out, I literally went home and I cried like that child was my child. Because, and come to find out, his grandmother lived a couple of doors down,
Wow.
which is why he walked that way. And I think he was roughly 19.
Wow.
19.
Wow.
That's heavy. So again, when you have those kinds of things, you got to take that thing in prayer.
Yeah.
Meditate and just really
Find your peace.
find your peace.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, it'll wear with you, and you'll take that with you, and you'll pass it on to
And I
somebody
try not
else.
to do that. Ooh,
Amen.
That's toxic.
That's very toxic.
Just take
yes.
the lesson and
Yep.
pray with it. And because you got to know his heart.
Yeah,
And
he was a sweet guy.
Yeah.
He was very, and again, he carried my groceries. He had something in him that was right.
Right.
And everybody has something in them. There, even if you think that there's no soul there, there's something in there. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Something.
It's always something. oh. That's just hey, Periscope, how you doing?
Hi, Periscope.
Show you what it's like every single day.